I'm just going to say it. If Tony Stark were a real person, you would probably hate him. Think about it. You wouldn't trust his judgment, you definitely would not feel safe around his tech, and you really would not want him making executive decisions for the entire planet. And yet, across 10 years of cinema, this guy became the undisputed soul of the MCU. So, how do you take a reckless narcissistic billionaire and turn him into a hero worth mourning? Today, we are looking at why Tony Stark's arc is one of the best written journeys in modern blockbusters, and why his greatest strength was never his suit, it was his willingness to fail. When we meet Tony in 2008, he isn't exactly a villain, but he's something way more dangerous. He's unexamined. He lives in his bubble of distance from consequences of his weapons, distance from accountability, and distance from the people his choices actually affect. He's a guy who thinks his intelligence is a get-out-of-jail-free card for moral discomfort. The cave in Afghanistan doesn't just give him a heart condition, it forces him to look in the mirror for the first time. The hero journey usually starts with a call to adventure, but for Tony, it starts with a reality check. Here is where most people get Tony's early arc wrong. After Afghanistan, he doesn't suddenly become good. He just changes his method of control.
I have successfully privatized world peace.
He stops selling the weapons, but he keeps building them. They just have his face on them now. Early Iron Man isn't about altruism, it's about ego disguised as protection. He thinks that if he can just build a fast enough suit or a smart enough AI, he can prevent anything bad from ever happening again. It's fear, pure and simple. And that fear peaks in the Avengers. He realizes he's just a man in a can in a universe full of gods and aliens. And that's when his obsession really kicks in. Age of Ultron is usually the messy movie for fans, but narratively, it's the most important point in Tony's life. Ultron wasn't a technical glitch, it was a philosophical failure. Tony thought he could automate safety. He thought he could outsource responsibility to a suit of armor around the world, so he wouldn't have to be the one holding the shield. The fallout of Ultron is the first time the MCU won't let him walk away. It's the moment he realizes that good intentions don't cancel out collateral damage. This is where the reckless billionaire finally dies and the guilty statesman is born. By the time we hit Civil War, Tony does the one thing his younger self would have laughed at. He asks for a leash. He signs the Sokovia Accords because he's finally terrified of himself. This is why his fight with Captain is so heartbreaking. It's not just a movie trope misunderstanding. It's a fundamental clash of worldviews. Tony believes power must be constrained. Steve believes morality must be trusted. And then we get Peter Parker. This is the legacy phase. Tony's instinct to control doesn't just go away, but it matures. He doesn't want Peter to be a weapon. He wants him to be better than he was. For the first time, Tony is not building things to dominate a threat. He's building things to preserve a life.
I just wanted to be like you.
And I wanted you to be better.
In Endgame, Tony has finally won. He has the house, the kid, the peace. He finally has the life he's been running towards since that cave in 2008. And that's what makes his final snap so heavy. He doesn't do it because he's a hero in the traditional sense. He does it because he finally understands the true cost of power.
I am Iron Man.
In the beginning, I am Iron Man was a boast. It was ego. At the end, it was authorship. It was him taking final absolute responsibility for the world he helped build.
I am Iron Man.
Tony Stark works because the MCU never let him be perfect. They let him be a mess. They let him be wrong. They let him be the guy you would probably argue with at a party. He started by thinking his brain was enough to save the world. He ended by knowing that his heart was the only thing that actually could. Anyway, that's my take. If you think I'm being too easy on him or I'm outright wrong, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next breakdown where we will talk about righteousness.